Yes, greetings, blessings, people. We're here live and direct, okay, with a great artist, a great sound man by the name of Manford Bill. And as you know, sound system is very, very important when it comes to our culture as people and across the world. So we're here with a great sound man. So of course, sound man on the line, let the people know who you are and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi, Grand Rising family. Thank you, Katrina, the Kat-a-lyst, Local Radio, and the family. So, my name is DJ Manford Bill, and I hail from a sound system called Moa Anbessa, which means conquering lion in the Amharic ancient language. Some of you may be familiar with Moa Anbessa, some of you may not. So I'm going to just quickly give you an insight. We started out in 1977, which was when Moa Anbessa Sound System was founded. Moa Anbessa was the first Rastafarian sound system in the UK and across. And we came from a cultural background of Rastafari, and we consider ourselves as cultural ambassadors, liberators, and Pan-Africanists when it came to the reggae music. So I actually did an interview with the Kat-a-lyst a few months ago, and the interview, the line wasn't that great, so we decided that we would re-record interview.
Yeah.
I am not the only sole member of Moa Anbessa. There are 5 of us, and we'll just hail up those people quickly. One is Beres, the other one is Wolfman, then we have another Bridget by the name of Gary, and Jagger, and Irvin, who we used to refer to as Big Youth, and we are the 5 key founder members of Moa Anbessa Sound System International.
Wow. Wow. So when you speak of Pan-Africanism, you speak of Rasta, you speak of reggae, what does that actually mean? So like for yourself, what does that mean? What do all those kind of combinations mean to you as a person, as a sound system?
Well, from a sound system point of view, I think some of the elders might be familiar that, we're the first generation of our mothers and fathers from the African Caribbean generation, so to speak. They say Windrush. I don't like to talk about Windrush because not all of our parents came from Jamaica or anywhere else in the Caribbean that came on the Windrush. A lot of them came on different ships and they came on different airways. So, we don't like to kind of, bag ourselves into one thing to say this and that, what have you. But for us, sound system was the only media at that time. There was no newspapers, there was no radio, and there was no television for us. So it was the only media that we had was sound systems. And as we know, in those days, we didn't have a lot of money, we didn't have a lot of venues. So we used to play in a lot of shubbings, we used to organize our own parties, and sometimes just look at booking our own venues and creating our own scene, which is exactly what we did. So the whole Marcus Garvey Pan-Africanist philosophy, which we are familiar with, which came via the Rastafari movement, Leonard Howell, the original Rastafari founder from Jamaica, it was natural for us to take the music and use the music as a musical weapon to break down the oppression and open the doors and set the captive free, so to speak, of our for our people. So Rastafari and the whole Africanist, Pan-Africanist movement just kind of merged into one. And I think a lot of people are aware that in the early 70s, coming up, the music that was coming out of Jamaica was very revolutionary.
Yeah.
It was very educational and very enlightening and very, it was just full of knowledge. So we were just kind of just carrying a message, and we were very fortunate to be able to do that via sound system, which just took us all over the UK and took us into Europe, and also helped us to link with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, Jamaica, where we were able to set up a record label and produce some artists from Jamaica, and use that as catalyst. That's a good one, so to speak, to keep the music and keep the whole Rastafari and our culture alive until today.
Yeah, I hear that 100%. And with that being said, on sound system and kind of getting to know who we are as a Caribbean community, so to speak, how has that kind of helped you as an individual person for now, up till now?
Oh, that's a very good question, Kat-a-lyst. And for me, well, I'm going to say that I was born and bred here in Britain.
Yeah.
And so I consider that this unique overall picture of being born here in the UK, then absorbing my Jamaica Caribbean roots, and also absorbing my African roots.
Yeah.
And this gave me a completely different overview of the world, and it just helped me to a point where I've been to travel all over the world, and everywhere I go, I'm just myself as a Rastaman, and it's just given me such confidence, and it's given me such knowledge that I'm able to just reach out anywhere I go and just break down doors and barriers.
Yeah.
And the Most High gave us that strength, Empress. The earth is the Most High and the fullness thereof, and them and those that dwell within. So this is how we saw it. We just trod the earth, and we were just trampling all kind of folliness and just moving through all the brick walls and the doors and opening everything and just moving forward positively. So for me, it's just kept me going from that time, 77 until now, and it will keep me going for the rest of my days on this earth plane until I transition to the next realm.
I hear that 100%.
I give thanks. I really give thanks for that.
Yeah, for real. So, there's a lot of discussion about the music that we hear today and the music that was referenced from your kind of generation and even the generation before. And I wanted to know, somebody who's grew up in that generation of before, what is your feelings about the music coming out now? Is it less revolutionary? Like, what is your opinion overall?
Yeah, well, you're correct, my Empress. We grew up in a day and age, kind of special day and age, where everything is just so fresh, new and exciting. And we had a history that came before that, with the Kumina, the Mento, and all of those African beats which were brought into the Caribbean, which merged into the same reggae, rock steady, and eventually into dancehall. Well, looking at today's music, there are some really conscious artists about when we think about them, and I think a lot of us are familiar with some of those names, like the Kabaka Pyramids and the Sizzlers and the Buju Bantons, and there's various other artists that we call. So although the musical inspiration has kind of, the landscape in Jamaica has slightly changed, and a lot of what we're hearing some of us may not associate with it.
Yeah.
You know, and a negative some of the music, you know. When I talk about it, woman them are not to me, and it just be a gun talk and kiss and dog and all kind of thing, and manner of ways that they're talking to one another. But a lot of positive things coming out of Jamaica at the moment, and I just think it just takes one. Some people said it was Chronix. Well, Chronix has still got a long way to go. He's still young.
Yeah.
He does take the music to the next level, but many of us, you know, nobody take the music to the level of what has already been before. The Bob Marleys, the Burning Spear, the Mighty Diamonds, and the Cultures, and these kind of groups. Their music is just, it's everlasting.
Yeah.
And everywhere I go on the globe, my sis, that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the dancehall music, and I'm not talking about just our people. I'm talking about Europeans, Japanese, Asians, and every other nation on the planet. They want to hear the roots, rock, reggae, revolutionist music with the message.
That's it. And you know, I feel very strong when it comes to the message, and you know, especially in dub, I know we kind of have this, not just as us individual, but we have this kind of feeling of we want to hear as much bass as possible. And me personally, I enjoy bass. I enjoy listening to the rhythms, but the message for me is the key. And I do feel like every so often we forget it, you know, the message, actually playing it out and hearing the words that are in the song. I don't know about yourself and how you feel about that personally, but sometimes we're just interested in jumping.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, sometimes we're just interested in kind of jumping around, you know, and me personally, I'm a message kind of person. And what was you saying, sorry?
Yeah, I can dig that, and I can totally associate with what you're saying. Because I'm the same. I'm a message person.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm listening to that doesn't have a positive, mystic, uplifting, you know, knowledgeable, educational kind of subject matter. It just doesn't move me. But when I say that, I'm not just talking about what do you call it? Lyrics that we might say chant down Babylon.
Yeah.
For me, the music we put over from a loving point of view.
Yeah.
And I think when we're listening to the early reggae music was like soul.
Yeah.
And when I say soul, I'm not talking about the R&B soul. I'm talking about it was full of soul. The singers, their voices are full of, the harmonies are full of soul. And, you know, so I totally feel it's the same for me, and I think it's the same for a lot of people. But I love to listen to lyrical content. I grew up with melodies. So I always grew up through the 60s and the 70s, and I'm listening to some of the pop music. I mean, I say, yeah, I can identify with that because I hear the nice melody, I hear the lyrical content. Some of it was more than just, ooh, I love you, baby.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
I can identify with that, you know?
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, the message, there's nothing like the fire and the message in the music.
Yeah. And you know, also as well, listening to obviously one of the great sound men, such as Shaka, Jazz Shaka, for those who are listening, he always spoke about frequency and how important it was and is. And I want to hear your thoughts really on being a fellow sound man, what you kind of feel about it, and you know, is there kind of a change in the frequency when we go out now to as it was back then?
Yeah, Empress, I think it's more than apparent.
Yeah.
And our family, the music has changed, the frequencies have changed, and they deliberately changed the frequencies. And talking about the mainstream, changed the frequencies so that it would dumb us down, give us negative energies. And if we look at the frequencies with the early reggae music, the hertz are completely different from what we're listening to now, the frequencies. So it's very relevant. And then, you know, I'm not sure if some people understand hertz and frequencies, but that moves matter. Just like when we have our thought and then we bring it to our verbal, it creates, it opens doors, it creates matter.
Yeah.
And that matter can be turned into negative or positive. And we salute Shaka. I have Shaka. We call him Naki.
Yeah.
Naki is Shaka's original name. And just so that the family understand, Shaka and Moa Anbessa, and prior to Moa Anbessa, we used to play at a place called Caxton. Caxton was the most successful club in London, Clapham North. And we were with a sound system called Lord David before we left Lord David to build Moa Anbessa. And we had that club, Kat, for 2 years. We were bringing sounds in and out, trying to make it work, trying to fill it up. And then we brought in Shaka. This is 1974, 75 people.
Yeah.
We brought in Shaka. And after about 4 or 5 months, it's like the whole vibe started to pick up at Caxton. And Caxton went on to be, as I say, the most successful club on a Saturday. And that was my first introduction to Shaka.
Yeah.
It was just amazing that, how far we had all come.
Yeah.
How far he had come. And I have to salute him from the point of view that, most of the sound systems from that day, they kind of moved on to different things.
Yeah.
Whether it was Fat Man, Moa Anbessa, some of the Coxon crew, various other sounds from Birmingham, Jungle Man and Mafia Tone and some of the other sound systems. And my point here is, family, is Shaka stayed on track and he continued to do what he was doing.
Yeah.
And that's why, we salute him and we salute him highly.
Definitely.
We know that he's transitioned and he sits with the Most High Divine in Mount and the High Sisters.
100%. And it's interesting when you kind of speak of like in the 70s and you kind of talk about that era, or I hear anybody talk about that time, because I always feel like I was born in the wrong era. Because you know what it is because I enjoy the music and I enjoy the vibes that you all talk about and the energy and the power that we all talk about, but also the community aspect. And sometimes I feel like we're losing the community, and it hurts, to know that we're not as close or we're not as together as a community. And I just want to know like your thoughts and can we bring it back, kind of thing.
I think you're already bringing it forward.
Yeah.
With exactly what you're doing. And that's why for me it was I was so inspired when I met you and some of the other sisterings. There were some other sisterings with the sound. What's the sound called from Coventry? Sisters in Dub,
Cheryl and Daniela.
Yeah. Exactly. I could really identify with them. I said, wait, them young girl how did it? With the music and sound system.
Yeah.
So you're already doing it. And that's all you have to do. You just keep doing it. You just stay on top of it. And the generations that are coming behind, they will pick up on it. And of course we would all like it to be bigger.
Yeah.
And to be a bit more successful, because it's not easy running a sound system and buying records and, maintaining the equipment and doing everything else that is involved in it. But I think you're doing it already.
Yeah.
I don't think you do anything more. I just think that all of us need to come together a bit more. The elderly sound system generation and the generations that came after us, and get together and create new things and do new things, just like what we did at the Goldsmith.
Yeah.
When we had that filming there, if you remember, Katrina?
Yeah, the reasoning. Yeah, it was really. I actually felt very emotional that whole day, listening to some of the elders, the youth, and just everyone kind of. Yeah, there was disagreements about certain things, but there was a lot of kind of solidarity and hearing what people had to say. And I felt it was very important from all different walks of life as well. From black people, white people, every kind of people, you know, and it was really inspiring.
Very much, and that's why I say to the young people, just do what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you need any help from us, it's there. If you need to get hold of any of the other sound systems, they're all there. All we have to do is just organise what we're doing and just make sure we just keep the music moving and keep moving forward, and the rest will be added to the history.
I hear that.
You know, I do know that you were very, very active over the last 2 months. I mean, I said, Kat-a-lyst, every night it's like something to see what's going on. And that's what it's all about. Imagine that was just 2 months.
Yeah.
Imagine plan ahead, right, Kat-a-lyst.
Yeah.
You know, that can be done 12 months of the year. I mean, when Moa Anbessa hit the road, we were playing out 7 nights a week.
That's it.
Twice a night. We used to string up one place, do the early session, then we go to the next session, and that's how it's working. But it does take a lot of work and effort, discipline and focus.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't have that, you know.
Yeah. And I feel you're 100% right with that, you know, especially even to I don't know how you feel about it, even down to the equipment that's used to represent a sound system. Like, you know, technology kind of come forward now, and doesn't always feel the same, if that makes sense. Like, you know, the different sounds of the speaker boxes, there's different PAs that are coming out now, a whole heap of different things that kind of make it sound different. It doesn't sound quite as a sound system for me. But how does it feel for you when you hear laptops and so on?
It's very interesting what you're saying is, and I do hear the difference.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in the 70s, everything was mainly analog, fan amplifier.
Yeah.
And maybe by 1978, 79, we had a bit of what we call transistorized amplifiers.
Yeah.
Only for certain section, but the bottom section was definitely based on that whole valve amplifier, which had a depth and a warmness and a bouncy sound with the bass.
Yeah.
Incredibly, second to none.
That's it.
But I think you can still recreate that.
Yeah.
I think if you mix the two, the analog and the digital, I think you can still achieve that.
Yeah.
But if we can keep the fundamental, like the bass part to the analog, and then whatever we're using for the middle and the top, we can still get away with that with the transistorized digital sound.
Yeah, I hear
I
it.
hear the difference. It's a total difference. Especially when the people are playing, as you say, they're playing CDs or they're playing the whole digital.
Yeah.
It just, the sound is not, somehow there's no soul coming out of it.
Yeah.
And no warmth coming out of it.
That's it.
You know, so, but I don't see it as a problem, you know. People will say, oh, why would they don't want to listen to them new music down there, they want to listen to this new sound and this and that. But everything evolves, and we have to embrace change.
Yeah.
And change is inevitable in life. So we have to, just like His Majesty said to us, and like he said, he's trying to bring Ethiopia out of the 18th century into the 19th and 21st century.
Yeah.
But these things don't happen overnight because everyone is different, and we have to work with what we got. And no one man can't do nothing either.
That's it.
Takes a village to raise a child, as you know.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. And you know, another big topic that's kind of always spoken of, I'm always hearing it lately, is about how Europe has captivated sound system, and it doesn't seem to be very big in, say, places like Jamaica, for example. And I want to know your thoughts, and do you feel a way when you hear Europe playing tunes or having a sound system? How do you feel about it, or do you feel actually happy that it's evolving across the world?
Well, firstly, I feel away, and the reason why I feel away is because I'm very upset with us,
Yeah.
as the early generation of sound system and the generation that came after us, because we didn't embrace the music and keep the whole unity thing together.
Yeah.
And I do believe if we had done that right, Kat-a-lyst, maybe we'd be looking at a different situation where Europeans would not have taken up the sound system, or even if they did take up the sound system, just like they took up the reggae music, whether it was, Sting or it was, when next on the MUB5 on some of these bands, the next band there in America, Something Mountain. Anyway, but my point here is I feel away.
Yeah.
Because we just never seem to pull our shit together, family. And that is the biggest problem with us. We need to come together. We keep hearing it every day. Oh yeah, unity is strength. We're not going to know ourselves to back up against the world. We know it, but why are we not doing it? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It just takes one person to change the whole dynamic on the ball game. But we have to be unified.
Yeah.
I'm standing, looking around me, Arabic family, and I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute, we ain't got nowhere to buy food. We have to buy food from these people, that people under. I mean, I have no problem still in our roster, we're Mrs. Alright.
Yeah.
I don't mind supporting other nations, but all I'm saying is that, where's our shops? Where's that? Why are we spending our millions every year in other people's places, buying all of these name brand stuff? And that's okay, if you them into it. Me not bonnet, me not disrespect them if I let them want to, then me not no problem with that. But it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And then on the other hand, Kat-a-lyst, I think, well, at least those Europeans kept the music alive.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know, right? For their love for the music. Not only Europeans, Japan, and even in Asia, they got sound systems.
Yeah.
And they're in the reggae music hard. They kept it alive. So I salute that to that level. And I just think, well, people then take up with culture or circumvent our culture. And they're now moving forward it and they're doing it. What can I say?
Yeah.
Me never really stick with it, so to speak. Shaka stick with it. There's a couple of other sound systems there. But, on a whole, we just never came together and unified. This is why, people are circumventing what we're doing. They love it so much.
Yeah.
Everything will come with them doing.
Yeah.
How we move, how we dress, how we talk, how we eat, you name it.
Yeah. 100%. And, do you think that is because we don't trust each other, or it's just something else that's not said too much?
Yeah, I think it's part of our social upbringing, where we're coming from with the whole enslavement story.
Yeah.
That certain things are beaten out of us. And this is a fact and truth and reality.
Yeah.
It was beaten out of us. We would talk to divide and rule. And this is how, from my understanding, how I see Europeans, how they move when I see them through time and history. That's how they conquer people. They go in, they divide them up, and then all of a sudden they're sitting at the table while you get some little crumbs. And this is part of the enslavement and part of that whole social, political agenda. And it's not only us. They do us in all nations.
Yeah.
That happens in the Asian community, where they got certain people that they favour because they're light skin, and certain other darker hues of Asian people. And I even see it here in Britain. When you think about I call it the White World War 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They were cousins and family fighting against themselves.
Yeah.
And this is how they've divided up the whole world. So, we have to come together. And unless we do that, as Garvey has said it so many times, and we're all reiterating it, Malcolm X said the same thing, certain other freedom fighters over the years have said the same thing, but we just don't seem to come together.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a mistrust going on somewhere, or we're on some kind of individual ego trip.
Yeah.
Not helping either. And as Bob says, every need got an ego to feed.
That's it.
We must rise above it, family. Especially as Rasta. God, I got some Rasta, I don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
You know that song? I wanna say that he my diplomat.
Yeah.
I wanna say that he my aristocrat.
That's it.
Next one, well, I keep on not up high. Can't take no more diverse doctrines. And this is where we find ourselves. It's just fine. Till so I want to cry. But I've reached a stage in my life now. I just think, you know what? I have to just do it. Anything we're missing, I think I want to do. I have to just get down with it and just do it.
Yeah.
Times to just blow over.
That's it. That's it.
For real.
Yeah. And you know, it sounds all doom and gloom when you hear it like that. But there is positives, as they say, a balance out there. I am seeing a lot more, for example, female artists come to the forefront, especially in the music industry of reggae, which is positive to see.
Totally, and I don't wish to sound negative, or I'm very much an optimist at heart.
Yeah, but you're truthful. I think you being truthful and honest is really needed. You know, sometimes people get scared to say the truth. I mean, if we don't say the truth, then we're not going to hear it, you know?
But, you know, as you said, right, Kat-a-lyst, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a lot of positive things that have come from it. The fact that you and I can be on the phone talking, the fact that you've got a sound system, that you're playing the music as young people, all of this to me is all positive.
Yeah.
And we have to keep on this trajectory where it's just Rastaman positive vibration, and we just raise our consciousness.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just battle to be won, so to speak.
That's it.
Hot to the battle, the sweet to the victory.
100%. So, what's next for you? Because I know for a fact you've got different stuff going on.
Yeah, I continue in the live side of the music, and I still work with my brethren Wolfman. We get a lot of calls from people to come and play with Moa Anbessa. We don't actually have a sound system, but we got a lot of the original records and a lot of the original dubs. Okay. So, you know, people call us and we just go and we play for a couple of hours, which for me, I love it. Yeah. Because the fact that I can get to play some of the music, which some of it I know that some of the young people are not familiar with, but yet they appreciate it, and it's like, wow, that song, this song, that. So, you know, from that perspective, I will continue to do that. I think we're looking at setting up to take Burning Spears to Africa next year for the first time. So on the back of that, we're going to take a couple of sound systems, we're going to put some other cultural things around it, and we're going to try and do this Africa tour. Yeah. At the same time. And on the other hand, you know, I work in the mainstream music industry, developing new talent and, you know, taking them from demo right through to we sign them to record companies. And if we don't sign them to record companies, we put strategies together and put out the music ourselves. Yeah. You know, if there's any new talent or any young talent in Coventry, please just contact Ararat Radio and the Kat-a-lyst and just make sure you link me forward, please. I will do. For good lyricists, good performers, you have to have something unique, family. You can't do the same thing every time they can't Ararat. Yeah. Because there's a million people doing that. You have to have something unusual, whether it's in your music, in your voice, and have an international look at what you're doing. You know, yeah, we want to people and provide the music, but we also need the music to cross boundaries. Yeah. Across the globe. I hear. As the most, as we know, there's no voice or there's no language, and music most is not heard. That's it. So yeah, I don't put it on, you know. Yeah. For real. And you know, as we come to the last little bit of this part of the interview, I know for a fact we're going to have many more conversations. What would be kind of your inspiring thoughts for those who are listening in and to continue until the next time we hear from you? I can only say, family, you know, more life, more strength, more health, more love, and come together as one. Put down the negative, folly, egotistical mindset, and try and work together. It's the only way that we will be able to conquer or do anything that is of any significance. And just to let the family know, I'm there. Please call upon us.
Yeah.
The most I call upon the youth, because the youths are strong. It's your word. It's down to you now.
Yeah.
We cannot give you guidance and give you some kind of protection in the sense that using our experience, whether that was negative or positive, so that you don't make the same errors or have the same pitfalls, so to speak. And I just said, just hold on to your culture, family.
Yeah.
Hold on to your root and your culture, and be yourself anywhere you go on the globe. Cause that the people them want.
100%.
Be yourself, as Bob said. We're running and we're running and we're running away, but we can't run away from ourselves.
Yeah, for real.
Stand firm in our earth. Rastafari love and Rastafari guidance, protection, Most High Divine Mother and Father of Iration.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And you know, it's been a blessing to speak with you again, and to kind of get a bit more of insight with you. But yeah, it'll be great to connect with you again and talk more as much as possible.
Yeah, it'd be good to arrange something to come down to Coventry one of these days.
Yeah, you know, they're doing some, I think, roots and reggae nights in Coventry at the West Indian Centre. So maybe we can do something there. I was just thinking that as you were talking.
Yeah, it would be nice, you know, because we haven't been to Coventry for years.
Yeah.
So that would be nice, and you know, we just have a good, hold a full joy.
Yeah.
Just, you know, with the sister and them down us, and we just, you know, rock all night.
That's it. That's it. I like the sound of that. We'll have to set that up for sure.
So, Rastafari sisters and daughters.
Every time, Rastafari.
You know, we salute you, you know, and just stay safe. If you cannot be good, be careful. Guidance and protection.
Every time.
Kat-a-lyst, I'll catch up with you.
We shall.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, man. Same to you. Thank you for your time and your energy, and you're always very positive and you're always kind of honest, which is what I love to hear. I love honesty, so we give thanks for that. Thank you.
Give thanks, my sister.
Bless up. Till next time.
Yeah. Wadada, Rastafari.
Yes, I. Bless up.